Hello and welcome. My name's Super Saiyan and this is your weekly news and pre-order video covering all of the new releases from Forge World and Games Workshop. Warm welcome to all of you new subscribers and members and supporters of the channel, both through Patreon and by using the Element Games affiliate link in the description below. If you click on that link, it will take you to this store where you can get up to 25% off of your Warhammer goodness. Then I would just save that web page as a favourite, and then you don't have to keep putting in that link. And remember, at the checkout, put the channel's Element Crystal code in there, and you'll earn yourself double the amount of crystals, which you can use to receive even more of a discount for future purchases. So let's get into the news straight away. We'll go on the Warhammer community website and we'll go back about a week ago, which was the 12th of February. Right here, you could pre-order a number of these Warhammer Age of Sigmar Warcry kind of box sets, which I think are about like £50 or so from what I can remember. You've got a Tome of Champions. You've got for 40k, they brought back some of the Tau Ethereals. Two of them are metal as well, and I think the others are fine cast. Necromunda had a load of scenery. This Zone Mortalis, that's just incredible. And then Lord of the Rings Middle-earth had some miniatures that they brought back from Made to Order as well, and you got the White Dwarf. And that was about it for Games Workshop last weekend. Not much at all. There's not that much this weekend either. The day after we had a look at the Sunday preview. If you follow me on Instagram, I always post what the new releases are going to be the next week. Quite close to them being announced. So, if you follow on Instagram, it should pop up and say, these are what's coming out. And it kicks off with this Black Library celebration. All of this week, they had the celebration. And you've got an interesting discovery is that both of these new Horus Heresy miniatures are in plastic. They're not in resin, which I was quite surprised by. But I'm sure they'll still have plenty of detail. You've got Hafnir Ram or Ran, very iconic Imperial Fist and very important in the Horus Heresy Siege of Terror books. And then you've got Dominion Zephon for Blood Angels. Then, keeping on with the Horus Heresy, you've got a brand new sort of hero character book, Sigismund, the Eternal Crusader by John French. Loved the cover, although it does give me an urge to eat a couple of boiled eggs. Moving down, you've got Kragnus, Avatar of Destruction by David Geimer. And then, I think this one will be popular as well today. 20 years ago, Dan Abnett's book Eisenhorn Xenos was released, and now you're getting this stunning 20th anniversary hardback. 15 brand new colour illustrations in there, so you get 15 pictures in the book. You've got a little page keeper and red for the sides. It's a fantastic book. Everybody that's interested in Warhammer 40,000 should read it, and I hope they do this for the other books. You've got the successors, A Space Marine Anthology by Graham McNeil, Guy Haley, Peter Fehervari, Aaron Dembski-Bowden, and many more. And that is going to be available in hardback too. You've got Astorath, Angel of Mercy by Guy Haley. I really want to pick that one up. You've got Saturnine, available in paperback. And then you've got the map, the Horus Heresy Siege of Terror Defense of the Lion's Gate map. Looks like the best one yet, quite possibly. Then you've got some more. You've got Witch Hunter, Acadian Blood, and a couple of novels out in the different languages, and a bookmark. Now this is an Eisenhorn bookmark. I think that's going to be popular too. And then Blood Bowl for Forge World. We had these two Goblin miniatures, the Fungus, the Loon, and Bomber. Dribble Snot. Excellent name, right? Excellent. So yeah, they're up for pre-order yesterday. And then Warhammer Plus, we had Age of Sigmar Battle Report. Looks like it's Lumineth and Oryx. And then we had the Exodite Episode 1 Flame. So yeah, a number of pre-orders up today. We're going to take a look at them in a brief moment. You've got a Big Brothers episode. You've got Wish the Warhammer fan in your life. Happy Valentine's Day with his 100% not fake cards. Fast ones are red, Looters is blue, Writing is hard. Wow. It's just brilliant. My love belongs to the God Emperor, and you're a distant second, but that's something. You've acquired a 51% stake in my heart. Excellent. I'd like to get familiar with you. Oh dear. You're the greatest good I've ever known. I'd like to take you out on a date. Dave. Anyway, so yeah, I found that article pretty funny. Of course, you've got some Warhammer 40,000 previews all this week. Show how the monkey, I want to call him, really hold the line with the new improved Eldari Guardians. So there's a feature about the new Guardians. Massive improvement over the originals, I have to say. You know, you've got the Shuriken catapults. You've got the movement. You've got the movement 7. You've got the Saver 4+. You've got what the Shuriken catapults can do. You've got the Serpent shields, which is nice. So you're getting your 5+ invulnerable. Before you used to take a Warlock, I think, and that would give you like a psychic power of giving an invulnerable save. But now you actually get one of these little things. This year's exclusive event miniatures and how to get them. So you've got this Primaris Space Marine. You've got a Primaris Company champion there. Got 3 Deadly Blade stances. This is a thing, they're packing more stances with some of these models. And then you've got Murgruk the Watcher, which has got this, like, he's got a eye rock, a special seeing eye rock instead of his eyes. But they say it's nothing more than a neat hat. Yeah, that looks quite cool. And you can get these miniatures at Warhammer events throughout 2022, which are taking place 23rd of March to the 27th of March. I'm wondering whether you can pick them up in the event in 2 weeks' time. The Warhammer World 25th anniversary. I don't think you can. I think we're just going to be able to pick up the Inquisitor model, but I will be there on the Saturday. I've got my ticket and everything, so hope to see you all there. Black Library Celebration 2022 recap in the Siege of Terror. I found this quite interesting. Obviously, it's a spoiler alert, but if you've read all the books so far, I definitely recommend you watch this because it highlights some of the key points. Got the Rumour Engine. 15th of February. Reminds me of a Jabberwocky, but could it be Khorne? Could it be a new Age of Sigmar type demon, serpent, dragon type thing? I don't know. You've got the new Idoneth Battle Tome that's coming out. This might actually get me into Idoneth Deepkin. You've got Path of Preview regarding the Aspect Warriors. Now Aspect Warriors get 5+ invulnerable saves. Can you remember when like invulnerable saves were really, really rare? Like, oh, you got a 4+ invulnerable from your Rosarius or your own Halo or things like that. But now you're getting Aspect Warriors with 5+ invulnerables. So the Avenger Shuriken Catapult, it's a nice Assault 318-inch AP -2 weapon, and then the Fusion Guns are now a straight up 12-inch strength 9, AP -4, but damage D6 +2. So, base, you could be getting damage 8 with a fusion gun. Yeah, they are kind of like a one-up melter gun, isn't it? And then Death Spinners, they are absolutely terrifying. You've now got up to 6 shots, their blast, and their AP is -2. I mean, they are going to shred, which you'd hope they would. So yeah, Eldar all across the range. I think they're getting a very nice buff so far. Black Library Celebration, you get to meet the hero for the Lionsgate Spaceport, Fafnir Ram. Here he is. That's some artwork for him. I do like the dual axes. And then you've got the rules for him. I hope the rules stay on for quite some time. I would like to hope that you've got the rules in with the model, but because of his price, he's not that expensive. I think it's like £18, which is just, yeah, crazy how cheap he is. I think he's just going to be a blister pack. We'll see, obviously, but yeah. I think one of the reasons why he is, I say, so cheap is, one, is plastic. Two, he doesn't have any options. Like, I don't think you're going to get a helmet with him or anything like that. And three, he's just going to be in this standard monopose. So that's all those sort of factor in why is that price. Then you've got Sigismund. Sigismund's model has been out for, I'd say, over 5 years. But the book is due for pre-order today. Hopefully, we'll get a sort of standard edition hardback, so I can put it with Luther. But there we go, that's Hafnir Ram. You got the Exodite. I won't spoil that, but it's worth watching. You got the Path of Preview. You've got the Howling Banshees terrifying psychic whales. Banshee masks have always been fantastic ever since like third, well, from what I can remember anyway. So one of the beauties about Howling Banshees were they had power swords, and the Banshee masks allowed them to fight first in combat. Now they've got Whirling Death. You add 1 to the attack's wound roll if they charge, and Acrobatic if they advanced. Then each time an attack is made against the unit, subtract 1 from the hit roll. And then remember, they've got the 5+ invulnerable. The Banshee mask itself. The enemy unit cannot fire Overwatch or set to defend. And also, the enemy unit is not eligible to fight this phase until all eligible units from your army have done so. So, yeah, again, you get to fight first. There's a look at Dominion Zephon, so focus on him. He does have options. You can have him with a helmet or helmetless. It's been so long since I read The Master of Mankind, I need to read it again. But he was in that. And you've got his rules there. He's got a brutal two-handed sword called the Spiritum Sanguis. It's another AP2 weapon. And then also you've got Astrath, Angel of Mercy by Guy Haley. And that lovely Finecast Mini that is a bit of a pain to clean up. But I wouldn't mind getting Astrath at some point. Then Black Library Celebration 2022. You've got some stunning paint jobs. People that have been sent these early, I think. So yeah, you've got some paint jobs there. You got Path of Preview with the Webway portal. "12 inches away from enemy," and it's got light cover, heavy cover, unstable position, inspiring. And inspiring, you add 1 to the leadership of units while they're within 6 inches of it. Webway Strike, you can choose to set it up within 6 inches of the Wraithbone archers. Then they can be set up within 9 inches of enemy models. And a little bit about command points. Total War Warhammer 3 is out. I've heard from someone who has it that it is pretty buggy. No doubt you'll all be enjoying this right now, but it looks absolutely fantastic. And yeah, it's out. You've got one of these. You can buy a physical copy with 3D metal case and things, and a nice map. Cool. Top 10 dwarf heroes you must use in your games of Middle-earth. You got Black Library Celebration, sneak peek inside the... I do like all these sneak peeks that they're doing for the new products. I'm quite a big fan of this. I like how they've done this. I hope they do it more often. sneak peeks into because they've given you a little bit of lore. They've given you the rules for the two heroes and some artwork and a look at the model itself. And now they're doing this for the Eisenhorn novel too. Forge World, of course, these two models, these Goblin Star players, they were available for pre-order yesterday. Looks like what you see was what you get. You don't get any options or anything, but we'll have a look at those in a short moment. You've got Path of Preview, you've got a faster Incarn or Yinkarn, and you've got this Sword of Souls, which is a Strength +4, AP -4, and a Damage D3 +3. And invulnerable saving throws cannot be made. You've also got Sweeping Blow, which it's still a nice AP -4, don't get me wrong, but you get 2 hit rolls instead of 1 for each attack. You've got Swirling Soul Energy. I like this. You've got the stones and you've got faces coming out of it. This is like a flamer, but it's a Strength 7 AP -2 flamer, and it's very short range though. But the swirling energies can target every eligible enemy unit, which is nice. You've got some psychic powers, such as the Storm of Whispers and the Shield of Inead. You get a 4+ invulnerable save, 12 inches of him, her, whatever. So that's Incarn. Grand Cathy is mapped for the first time. Pretty nice. It's the known world. That's right there. Northern provinces. So they're getting there with the big map and things. Black Library, David Geimer sets Kragnos loose on mortal realms. So a look at the Kragnos book. Obviously the fantastic book. So he's written a book all about Kragnos. And then Reforged, the End is Where. Okay, so they're all of your articles over this past week. A nice selection of 40k, of Black Library, a little bit of Middle Earth, just a little bit. But it's mainly been about the Black Library. It's obviously, Black Library Celebration 2022. I'm certain that tomorrow, because we've had so much of these Eldar articles, that it will be Eldar up for pre-order tomorrow. I did have my hopes up for some of the combat patrols, like the Thousand Suns and the Grey Knights, but I'm leaning more towards the Eldar now. Maybe they'll come afterwards before we get the new Chaos models. So that's the community articles. Let's have a look at Forge World at those two star players. Go to new. I mean, they are there right there on the front, but if we click on pre-orders, it is just those two. Fungus the Loon and Bomber Dribble Snot. These two miniatures, £23, not too bad. Like what, £11.50 each. But they are quite small. But if you're into your fanatics and your goblins and things for your Blood Bowl, then these are the models for you. They also have like Goblin Secret Weapon Slug and Goblin Killer Contraptions. I do like this. We think you'd like at the bottom. Shows you some of the minis that are sort of related to the ones you're looking at, which is quite nice. 11 pieces, 32mm round bases, so they are on Primaris bases. So yeah, that's those two Blood Bowl miniatures. That's the only thing up for pre-order for Forge World. As I said last week, if there are any like bigger models that you're after, I'd strongly suggest you try and pick them up within the next 3 weeks, because I think it's like March the 6th or 7th that the price increases go up by, and they'll go up across the board for resin by 10%. So for like these two, for instance, that's only going to be £2.30, so they'll go up to £25, which isn't massive, but when you're talking about a £500 Thunderhawk, yeah, that's an extra £50. It's quite considerable. So if you can, by any means necessary, try and order your big minis before that date. Why are they doing the price increases? Nothing to do with Games Workshop and Forge World, just deciding to make money. Everywhere, every place is increasing prices, and it's mainly because of all of their overheads and their bills, with your electric bills and your gas bills, and food is going to go up as well. It's already gone up, but yeah, across the board everything's going up. Inflation's going up. It's going to be even more important to, if you can, check out my videos to see whether some of these minis are worth it or not. And that's everything from Forge World this weekend. And here we are on Games Workshop's web store. There wasn't a queue, which is great. You've got this lovely banner here, which I'm totally going to use for my thumbnail today. It's fantastic. You've got Dominion Zephon and Fafnir Ran on the front there. It's you've got some tiles with this Black Library Celebration 2022. It doesn't seem like yesterday we got our Black Library Celebration 2021 book with, I think, Belisarius Call on the front cover. I think. But yeah, you've got that little tile there. You get one of these free booklets that has a number of short stories by different authors. And that's if you place, I think, any order today through Games Workshop store. You've got the 3 hardback books that they focus on, and then you've got another couple of books, Ghoulslayer and Kragnos, as well as Solar War and Saturnine in paperback, and a little bit about Tau. Again, you can still order Forge World resin minis, look, that say 15 plus through the Games Workshop store. I hope to see that happen with some of the other minis. It does raise the question of like returns, and if you have any issues, I don't know how that affects like the turnover time, but yeah. And then you've got all this featured products as well. So if we just click on new and exclusive as always, and we go to pre-orders, we view all. Let's just go high to low and filter out all the chaff. Now, Sigismund, the Eternal Crusader limited edition, £40. I was expecting it to be about £40. For me, as the first Emperor's champion, and I say the Emperor protects at the end of nearly every video, it had to be a must for me. And I'll tell you now, it sold out in 2 minutes. So it says it right here, no longer available, done. They've sold all of their 2,500 copies. So if you like maths as much as the next person, you'll discover that that is an instant £100,000 in the bank for them just on the limited edition. Heaven knows how much they're going to make on the standard hardback and the paperbacks, which I hope they do release. And as I've always said, I've always thought that they should release the hardbacks and paperbacks at the same time, and then you've got a bit of choice, and also you're not feeling, it's not bittersweet. It's not even sweet, is it? It's just you're left feeling bitter. There's no sweetness about missing out on a book that you would like to pick up, and there isn't an alternative. They should always have an alternative, even if it's like the hardback, and then they bring out the softback and then they bring out the paperback later on, because that would have been a good consolation, to be sold out within 2 minutes and then not have an alternative to the product. Yeah, it really depends at that point whether your positivity and excitement for the book isn't dwindled at all, and you're still going to pick it up later on when it's released. But yeah, it's a bit sad that happens, but 100,000, hey, that's John French's salary paid for the year. I don't know how much he earns. That being said, we'll just go back, and the next pre-order that I thought would have been really popular is Siege of Terror Defensive Lines Gate map, £40. Is it sold out? Is it? It's thinking about it. No, it's still not sold out. So as of like 19 minutes past 10, you can still pick up this map. I do have the other two. I don't have the first one, but this Defensive Lines Gate, very interesting. I do like this one. It just shows the scale as well. And it's very, very pivotal, and it helps in my head because I've read the books to understand the scale that's involved, and they look really awesome framed. I framed mine, and I've got them in the house. So Eisenhorn Xenos illustrated and annotated edition. I think I've got like 2 copies of Xenos, but it's a fantastic book. One of my favourite Warhammer 40,000 novels, and it's Dan Abnett. at his best. And this time, yeah, I can't wait to get back into this and read it again. I read it probably coming up to about 20 years ago. I read that book. So, yeah, I mean, it's a 20th anniversary. So, yeah, I got the big compendium. So I read them. I didn't view them as 3 separate books back then. I read all 3 in one book. I know the book was like 700, 800 pages or something. But and it took me a fair while to get through. But still, it's nice that it's a book, you know, separate in its own right. I think I've got the others part of the Warhammer Legends collection. So then you've got Kragnos, Avatar of Destruction in hardback, £18. I don't think these hardback books are going to go out of stock, no, out of pre-order. You've got Hafnir Ram for £18. Right here. Right here. And we'll just have a little look at what's going on with him. Yeah, 1 sprue actually does come in a box. That is surprising. And look at that. Wow, that's like the first time I've seen like a Horus Heresy plastic with the plastic box and everything. That is really cool. Games Workshop, you've done a terrific job. Now that is a box. That's like the most beautiful box I've seen. Well done, team. That is incredible. Please tell me all of the other plastic Horus Heresy are going to come in boxes like that. Can you imagine like a plastic Spartan in a box like I'm speaking too soon. Anyway, sorry, how many pieces does he come with? Let's have a little look. 25 plastic components, 32mm base, and an £18 price point for a box. That is... I've just got all my fingers and toes crossed at this point that this is a sign of things to come. I mean, wow, I'm impressed with that. You got the anthology, worth picking up. Some really awesome authors in this one. Oh, it's no longer available. Fear not, everyone, fear not. You can still get it at some other places. But this has 13 short stories written by 10 different authors. It's a massive anthology of them there. I'm not quite sure how many pages we've got for this, but it looks quite thick. I want to say 300, maybe 400, but Amazon won't tell me because they've only got the Kindle version. Dominion Zephon, let's have a look at this awesome front artwork for the box. Yeah, that looks cool. Yeah, really, really cool. There's some big gaps in the old sprue though, but still. 24 plastic, so you get 1 piece less than Fafnir. We will be building both of these next weekend on Saturday. That will be next weekend Saturday's live stream, by the way. So you can pick him up for £18. Asterith, Angel of Mercy in hardback, £12.99. Drum roll, please. Now you can still pre-order that novel by Guy Haley. Guy Haley does do the old Blood Angels very well, but he also wrote Lost and the Damned, which I didn't find that amazing for Siege of Terror. My favourite has been Solar War and Mortis for obvious reasons, but yeah. So then you've got the bookmark, £12.50. I don't really get these bookmarks. No longer available though, guys, unfortunately. I don't really get these bookmarks. I need to see a few in person. It says it's themed around Eisenhorn. Okay, I get it. It doesn't really say like what it's made of. It's quite, yeah, annoying. I've never had one of these bookmarks. I think I need to go and see one in person in 2 weeks' time at the HQ. But yeah, to me that looks like metal with a thin sort of sliver. It looks quite a short bookmark as well. I would much rather to have a long thin one that doesn't have nearly half of it covered by metal. But hey, each to their own. I just don't want to get a bookmark that's going to affect the pages of the hardback books usually, you know, or damage the spine or anything. So the thinner, the longer, the better in terms of bookmarks. But hey, it might be a very decent one. I mean, it is sold out. You got Saturnine in paperback, £7.99, absolute bargain. for that book if you can pick it up. Cadian Blood in paperback. I don't think you can get it in hardback at the moment. Then you've got The Witch Hunter in paperback, which I should really pick up because that's a iconic novel by C.L. Werner. And then you've got the Black Library Celebration 2022. Does it say what sort of short stories are in this one? You've got Mike Brooks there and Guy Haley, and you've actually got C.L. Werner as well. Okay, cool. Interesting. Right, so you get that for free if you order anything today. Let's have a quick look at Xenos, see if that's sold out. Nope. And have a look at the map. Nope, map's still available. So there you go. That is my pre-order video for today. A lot of books about, if you can pick them up. Again, I think next weekend we'll have all the Eldar releases. So I've tried not to spend too much today on all this Black Library stuff and the Fafnir and Zephon, but what can I say? I'm a big fan of the novels and the lore and the literature. It's one of my most enjoyable parts of the hobby, reading all the novels and the books. What do you guys think of this weekend's pre-orders? Have you managed to snap up a copy of Sigismund? Will you be buying Xenos or the map? Or are you just going to pick up an Imperial Fist Fafnir or even the successor anthology? Please do put your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. As always, it'd be great to hear from you. Thank you ever so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The Emperor Protects.